Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Safe Pest Soul, your trusted guide for all things pest control. If you're a gardener or a homeowner, today's video is going to be a game changer for you. We're tackling a topic that can be both a nuisance and a danger: wasp nest removal. Now, we all know that wasps are pretty great for pollination, but when they decide to set up shop near your home or in your garden, things can get tricky. So, today we're sharing the ultimate guide on how gardeners and homeowners can safely and effectively remove wasp nests. And to help us out, I've got Natasha, an expert in pest control, here with me today. Welcome back, Natasha. I'm so glad to have you here for this important topic. How's everything going?
Hi Rachel, I'm excited to be here. Wasps can be such a pain, especially for people who enjoy spending time outdoors. Today, we'll cover everything, from understanding why wasps choose your garden to the safest ways to remove them and keep your space pest-free.
Absolutely. So, let's dive right in. First, let's talk about why wasps are so attracted to gardens and homes. What makes our yards so inviting to them?
Great question. Wasps are actually drawn to gardens and yards for several reasons. One of the biggest factors is food sources. Wasps love to feed on sweet things like nectar, fruit, and even insects. If you have a garden with a variety of plants, fruits, and vegetables, that's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for them.
That makes sense. I guess having flowers like clover, lavender, or even fruit trees can make it feel like a perfect home for them. But what about nests? Why do they choose our homes?
Good point. Wasps also need a safe, sheltered place to build their nests. And homes, sheds, and gardens provide just that, protected areas where they can build their nests without much disturbance. You'll often find nests near the eaves of your house, in wood piles or under porches.
So they're looking for a place to settle and build their colony, and our gardens just happen to be perfect for that.
Exactly, and once they find a place they like, they'll start building a nest and laying eggs. The colony grows over time, and before you know it, you have a full-fledged wasp problem.
So, once we realize we have a wasp problem, how can we identify where their nests are? What are the common signs we should look out for?
Great question, Rachel. The first thing you'll notice is the wasps flying back and forth. They usually have a distinct flight pattern, so if you see that happening, follow them to find their nest. Wasps like to build nests in high secluded spots like under roof eaves, inside sheds, and even in bushes or trees. Nests are usually made from paper-like material that the wasps create by chewing wood fibers mixed with saliva.
So it's like a papery substance? How big do these nests usually get?
Yes, and the size can vary. In the early stages they're small, about the size of a golf ball, but as the colony grows, so does the nest. Some nests can get as large as a basketball, so it's important to spot them early.
Before we start removing them, I know safety is super important. What are some precautions we need to take when handling wasp nests?
Safety is absolutely the #1 priority. First, wear protective clothing. You'll want long sleeves, pants, gloves, and ideally, a face shield or netting to protect your face. Wasps can be pretty aggressive when they feel their nest is threatened, so it's crucial to stay protected.
Got it, so definitely cover up. What else should we keep in mind?
Make sure you're working in low-light conditions, preferably early morning or dusk, when the wasps are less active. It's also important to approach the nest slowly and cautiously. Don't make sudden movements, as that could trigger an attack.
Definitely good to know. We don't want to disturb them too much. So once we're all geared up and ready to go, what are the best methods for removing a wasp nest?
Alright, there are a few methods you can use depending on where the nest is and how big it is. For small nests that are easily reachable, you can use a wasp spray. These sprays are designed to kill wasps on contact, and they usually have a long-range nozzle, so you can spray the nest from a safe distance.
So we can spray from a distance, which keeps us safe. But what about for larger nests?
For larger nests, I recommend using a vacuum with a hose attachment. Some pest control companies have special vacuums designed for wasp nests. They'll suck up the wasps without harming them, and you can safely dispose of them afterward. You can also try using a DIY wasp trap to catch any stray wasps that are flying around.
Nice. And if it's really bad or in a difficult-to-reach spot, when should we call in a professional pest control expert?
If the nest is in a place that's hard to reach, like inside walls, attic spaces, or very high up, it's best to call in a professional. They have the right equipment and know how to safely remove larger nests without causing damage or harm.
So, once we've dealt with the nest, how do we make sure wasps don't come back next year?
The key is prevention. Seal cracks and gaps around your home where wasps might be getting in. Check around window frames, doors, and vents. Use natural repellents like peppermint or citronella around your garden and yard. You can also hang up decoy nests. Wasps are territorial, so if they see a nest nearby, they're less likely to build one in the same area.
So a decoy nest? That's a clever trick. And what about keeping our yards less inviting to wasps?
Good idea. Keep your yard clean, especially during the fall, when wasps are looking for food and shelter. If you have fruit trees, be sure to pick up fallen fruit promptly. Also, avoid leaving sugary drinks or food outside. Wasps love sweet things, and it will attract them to your yard.
Thanks so much for all the amazing tips today, Natasha. I think we're all ready to handle those wasp nests like pros now.
Anytime, Rachel. Just remember safety first, and don't hesitate to call a professional if you're dealing with a large or tricky nest.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Natasha. And thank you to everyone watching. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Comment below with your experiences dealing with wasps, and be sure to subscribe for more pest control tips. See you next time on Safe Pest Sol. Also visit our site safepestsol.com.